5. Stoic rules that prove the power of not reacting. Hey warriors! Ever fire off a text and instantly wish you could reach through the screen and yank it back, or feel your chest tighten the second someone questions your work in front of the room? That flash-fire reflex feels strong, but it's actually the weakest move we make. The Stoics clocked this 2,000 years ago. The real flex is the pause, not the punch. Today I'm handing you 5 rules that turn that pause into daily armor. Grab a pen. This might save your relationship, your job, or at least your Sunday sanity. Here's the brutal math. The average person burns 43 minutes a day stewing over something they can't rewind. That's 11 days a year spent angry at yesterday. What if you could buy those days back for the cost of a breath? Rule 1. The sacred pause. Your gateway to freedom. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay. Not a week, not an hour. Just enough oxygen to let the prefrontal cortex boot up. Try it. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. 3 rounds and the amygdala stops screaming. I used it last month when my laptop crashed right before a deadline. By the 3rd breath, the urge to hurl it across the room dropped from a 10 to a 4, and I remembered the cloud save. Problem solved, no new problems created. Make the rules stupid simple. Nothing gets a reaction until the 3rd exhale." Rule 2. The mirror question. Epictetus said, "It is your own opinion which provokes you." Next time your pulse spikes, ask, "What inside me just got poked?" Maybe it's the fear of looking incompetent. Maybe it's childhood shame wearing today's mask. Name it, and you shrink it. I do it aloud in the car. Anyone watching thinks I'm on Bluetooth, but I'm actually auditing myself. The answer is never "they made me mad." It's I have a rule in my head that says, once you spot the rule, you can rewrite it. Rule 3. The inner fortress. Marcus Aurelius pictured a citadel that no barbarian emotion could sack. You build it by practicing the dichotomy of control. Inside the wall, my thoughts, my values, my next move. Outside the wall, traffic, weather, other people's tweets. Every morning I recite, "Peace is my own and cannot be taken without my consent." Sounds corny until someone tailgates you at 80 and you stay calm enough to change lanes without the middle finger tax. Rule 4. Emotional Aikido. Fighting anger with suppression is like trying to shove a beach ball underwater. It pops back up with interest. Instead, redirect the energy. Anger becomes determination, fear becomes preparation, sadness becomes empathy. When a client email rips me apart, I channel the sting into a 5-mile run. By mile 3, the email feels like a crossword I haven't solved yet, not a saber-toothed tiger. Rule 5. The Phoenix Reframe. Marcus again. The impediment to action advances action. Setbacks are raw material. Missed promotion? Ask, what stands in the way becomes the way. I keep a note in my wallet, listing the 3 worst things that ever happened to me and the skills they forged. Every new crisis gets measured against that list. 99% of the time it's fertilizer, not a coffin. If any of these rules just clicked, do your future self a solid. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so the algorithm feeds you more ammo for calm. Drop a comment with the rule you need most today. I reply to every early bird. Tonight, pick one trigger you meet daily. Maybe it's the group chat clown or the neighbor who starts leaf blowing at dawn. Decide right now. Tomorrow, you'll deploy the 3-breath delay, ask the mirror question, and finish with the Phoenix reframe. That's it, 1 rep of the chain. When you nail it once, the brain tags the pathway. After a week, you'll own a brand new reflex called non-reaction. Every explosion you don't prevent writes a tiny check. Your future will cash with interest. Medical bills from stress, apologies that ring hollow, opportunities quietly withdrawn because people remember the last meltdown. The Stoic path isn't monk-level detachment, it's smart economics. You're not being passive, you're refusing to finance somebody else's chaos. Micro practices for the chronically busy. Waiting for coffee to brew, do box breathing, red light, recite the fortress mantra, email notification pings, count to 5 before opening. These reps add up like pennies in a jar. By Friday, you've got $1 of calm you didn't have on Monday. When you blow it, anyway. You will. I do. Seneca still snapped at slaves. The goal isn't perfect equanimity, it's faster recovery. After the storm, run a 2-minute post-mortem. What triggered? Which rule did I skip? What's the repair? Apologize cleanly. No, but you started it. Then move on. Self-forgiveness is part of the practice. Otherwise, the shame loop becomes the next trigger. Teaching kids without preaching. My 7-year-old slammed the door, yelling, "I hate you." I knelt eye level and said, "Sounds like your anger is really loud. Let's listen until it whispers." We did the 3-breath delay together. On the 3rd exhale, she muttered, "I was mad because my tower fell." Mirror question answered, fortress intact. Start them young, and you raise humans who won't burn couches after a sports loss. The office application. Boss throws you under the bus in the meeting. Default brain wants to defend or retaliate. Use emotional aikido. Nod, take notes, say, "I'll follow up with data." The redirected energy becomes a concise email CCing the room, packed with receipts. You look unflappable and competent. The boss looks reactive. Same stimulus, opposite outcome. Relationships, the ultimate lab. Partners know exactly where to poke the bruise. Next time you feel the surge, picture a toggle switch labeled old script divided by new script. Flip it. Choose curiosity over victory. Ask, what's really bothering you underneath the dishes left in the sink? 9 times out of 10, the fight dissolves into teamwork against the actual problem. Measuring progress. Track 2 numbers: how fast you notice the heat rising, seconds, and how long before you return to baseline, minutes. When both numbers shrink, you're winning. I went from a 15-minute simmer to under 3 in 6 months. Doesn't sound sexy until you realize those 12 saved minutes multiply across hundreds of irritations per year. The paradox of strength. People think stonewalling is strength. It's just fragile ego wearing armor. Real strength is pliable. Bend, don't break. The pause makes you softer on the surface and harder at the core, like bamboo. Outsiders feel the calm and call it superpower. You know it's trained skill. Common pitfalls. Don't weaponize the pause to win arguments. "I'm stoic, you're hysterical" is just another power play. Don't turn it into suppression. Unspoken resentment leaks as sarcasm. And don't overthink a 5-second pause into a 5-day paralysis. Action still matters. We're just choosing better timing. The community effect. When one person stops reacting, the room temperature drops. I've seen entire Slack channels de-escalate because one teammate modeled the pause. Emotional contagion works both ways. Make yours the kind people catch on purpose. Advanced drill, the cold shower. Want a daily PhD in discomfort? Finish your normal shower with 60 seconds of cold. The body screams. The mind learns to ride the wave without tensing. Translate that skill to the moment someone cuts you off in traffic. Same physiological jolt, same choice, react or ride. The philosophical payoff. Stoics believed the highest good is virtue, living in alignment with reason and nature. Every time you choose the pause, you vote for the person you want to be, not the animal you were. Stack enough votes and identity flips. You stop being someone who tries not to react and start being someone who simply doesn't. So the next time the text pings, the coffee spills, the comment section vomits nonsense, remember, power isn't the loudest voice in the room. It's the quiet one that refuses to echo stupidity. You now own 5 rules that turn silence into a shield and setbacks into springboards. Use them once, you survive the day. Use them daily, and you become the person others look at and whisper, nothing rattles them. That untouchable life starts with a single 3-breath delay, ready to cash in your 11 days back. If this added ammo to your calm, subscribe and share it with one friend who keeps handing their remote control to other people. Let's build a timeline full of minds that bend but never break. See you in the next one.